Breaking news. I actually had an idea that this was going to happen a few days ago, but I didn't know if I was being messed with or not. Looks like I wasn't. Assassin's Creed Shadows delayed to early 2025, February 14th to be exact. Will launch on Steam on day one. Now that is great news because we can actually look at concurrent players. So now I'm very excited for the release of this game for all the wrong reasons, but they had to do something. Look, there is so much bad press for this game, so much bad press for Ubisoft. They can't afford another 2024 failure because they've already got too many on the books for this year. So they've now delayed the game till February. For one, because, I mean, what else is coming out in February? It's kind of a downtime for pretty much all of entertainment. January and February are always traditionally pretty slow. So it'll have an open window all to itself, no competition. The downside is, though, they now miss out on Christmas sales. I mean, there's a reason every company and their brother and mother wants to put out video games during the Christmas season. That's where the biggest money is. But what do? I mean, maybe some of the press for this game will die down by February 14th. Maybe they can fix some things by February 14th. I think another big reason why they're doing this, they can't afford a broken piece of shit to come out like Star Wars Outlaws was. A lot of the conversation on that game when it first launched was on the glitches. They had that big glitch where they had to reset their entire game. If you were playing that game on PlayStation 5, sorry. I know you paid $120 for early access, but we need you to reset the entire game. Sorry about that. I mean, that was really bad press. Glitches and videos going viral all over social media. They can't have that with this game, and I think they know it. So they need to polish it. I think they're going to put some polish in, and you know, the game will be what it is, but at least it won't be broken. I think maybe that's a big reason for this. But regardless, Assassin's Creed Shadows is officially delayed. This was their official announcement that they dropped. Assassin's Creed Shadows is a dream project for us, finally bringing the series to feudal Japan with many features developed with our community in mind, such as a parkour or the renewed stealth brought by new technology, all set in a beautiful and immersive world. This is an ambitious addition to the franchise, a rich experience that can be lived through the eyes, blah, blah, blah. And they say, we realize we need more time to polish and refine the experience, pushing further some of our key features. As such, we've made the decision to postpone the release date to February 14th, 2025. The game will release on a broad range of platforms, including Steam, at launch. You should have done that with Star Wars Outlaws 2, probably, maybe. That's probably something you should have done. I love that these companies are realizing they need to put their games on everything and not play this exclusive bullshit, putting this game exclusively on Epic or exclusively on their own damn server that nobody wants. Nobody wants to use the Ubisoft UI, the EA UI. I don't want to use any of it. So, yeah, that's a smart move. We understand this decision will come as disappointing news, especially for those that have been waiting patiently for Assassin's Creed game inspired by feudal Japan, but we sincerely believe this is in the best interest of the game and ultimately your experience as a player. Like, I think that it's smart to polish the game. That's a smart move because I guarantee you they were going to release a broken turd. They're pretty used to releasing broken turds. They do it all the time. But in a year when you've had multiple AAA failures, you kind of have no choice. You got to do something. Also, just to show you kind of how scared they are about this, at least they know at least in Japan this game is in trouble. Yesterday, they were supposed to do a presentation at the Tokyo Game Show. They actually canceled their press previews. So they were going to do a whole thing at the Tokyo Game Show, and they pulled the hell out of there. And it's funny that this happened right after all of that controversy that dropped with this game again yesterday, because they had the broken arch that represents the destruction of the atomic bomb that hit Nagasaki, and people in Japan were furious. This game's getting a lot of heat in Japan. I don't know how this game is going to sell in the West, but it's probably not going to do very well in Japan. That's for sure. And I think these games have always sold well over there. So that's kind of a hit for them. So they pulled out. It was a last-minute pullout, too, by the way. Last-minute pullout. So they could kind of tell the way things were going with that drop yesterday, and they screwed up. So they canceled it, and they have a little comment on it over here in their blog. They wanted to clarify why they released it. It wasn't because of the controversy. No, it was due to various circumstances. Oh, I bet it was. I bet it was. I bet it was due to various circumstances, wasn't it? Just like this game being delayed, and you're going to miss out on all that Christmas money now. Oh, too bad. So this game is a shit show. But I'm so glad that it's going to launch on the biggest PC store, that being Steam. So the beautiful thing about that, baby, is we will be able to look at concurrent players day one. In fact, before day one, we'll be able to look at the early access players, the people that buy the $100 version, and see how well that worked out for them. And then we'll get to check out concurrent numbers for the actual game that drops, the regular price one that us peasants have to pay for because we're not rich enough to buy the early access one. I can't hate on them for doing it, I guess. I mean, it's an easy way to hustle people out of, an extra $60-something for the game or whatever. So, I mean, I get it, but I don't like that. If for a game I really want, because they usually include DLC. If I know I'm going to get the DLC for a game, it's different, I guess. But I've only done it one time ever, and it's for Dragon Ball Sparking Meteor or Neo. I forget what they're calling it. But the new Sparking game that's coming out, I'm hyped for that game, and I love those games. So I did get that one just because it comes with the DLC, and I'm going to buy the DLC anyway. I play the shit out of Dragon Ball games when they drop. Kakarot, I've played all that DLC, most of the Xenoverse DLC, Fighter Z when that came out. I got all the DLC for that. I'm a huge, huge fan. You have no idea the level that I love that franchise. So, I mean, I'm going to be all in with that game. But for some bullshit game like this, I guess maybe if you're an extreme Assassin's Creed fan, I get it. But I just hate doing it. I think it's kind of a terrible business model, but, it is what it is. Either way, this game and a lot of shit. And they kind of deserve it, man. They really screwed the pooch with this one. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.